Hey guys, Nicole here with Nicole Does Stuff, and I'm pretty excited and pretty lucky girl because today I managed to get the last of the store exclusive Amiibo. So I'm going to open them up because, well, I like to enjoy my toys rather than just having them gather dust hanging on a wall. Meta Knight was the last one I managed to get, which was just this morning at Best Buy. There were about a dozen people standing in line. And of those dozen people who hadn't pre-ordered, only one got a Meta Knight. Fortunately, I had them pre-ordered. I just wanted to be there when the store opened to get him right away because I was very excited. So check him out. He's pretty cool. I know I've been seeing a lot of posts of people asking if his armor is supposed to have a battle-worn look. And from what I've seen, yes, it is. It's just some of them have more shading than others. This might be my favorite out of the 4 store exclusives. I am a pretty big Kirby fan. However, the Rosalina Amiibo is so well done that she is, I'd say, tied for my favorite. But this guy is pretty awesome. I love his wings. The next one I have is Lucario, and he was actually the biggest headache to get. I had pre-ordered him through Toys R Us, but there have been so many cancellations going around that I was worried I wasn't going to get him. So I went and stood in line with everybody else at Toys R Us on release day. I was about 10th in line. They only got 3 extras in for people who hadn't pre-ordered. Then after a ton of waiting, the package that was supposed to have him finally shows up, but the Lucario wasn't in it, only my Shulk was. So I had to go through customer service. They sent me replacements, and fortunately those did make it to me safely. So here is Lucario, and he's probably my least favorite because he's not what I'd consider my favorite Pokemon or anything, but I did want to make sure I collect every single Amiibo that's been released, so of course I had to get him. He is very cool though, and he's pretty tall. After learning from Lucario, Rosalina I couldn't pre-order because she only ever came up on Target twice for 2 half-hour pre-order periods. And there was no warning when those periods were going to be, so I missed out on pre-ordering her, no matter how hard I tried to camp at the computer. I showed up an hour before Target opened because I realized that showing up a half hour early was not enough through the Lucario experience, and I didn't want to repeat that mistake, and I figured out that there were quite a few Amiibos in the community. So I was first to Target, which made me happy. I managed to snag her. Everyone was really friendly in line. It was actually a really fun experience. So she is very beautiful. I really like this figure a lot. Yeah, so I was happy to secure one. The final one I have is Shulk, who I did pre-order through GameStop. Again, a lot of people were worried about cancellations on this, so of course I was worried right up until I had him in hand. But I got him. They had him for me. Didn't have one of those nightmare stories where an employee put him out on the shelf and sold him to the public instead of holding him. And he's pretty darn detailed. I really like how he looks. And he looks better done than like the Marth or Ike figures, I think. Like something about his eye positioning and his facial sculpting seems a lot better. I'm not sure if my camera's gonna let me get really close without being blurry, but he's really cool. So here we have all 4 of the exclusives. I feel very lucky to have gotten these, and I think that some of them are going to be more readily available after this whole shipping port strike thing is over. I know that GameStop already did a second round of pre-orders for May 1st for another release of Shulk. No clue if Target or Best Buy are going to release more Meta Knight or Rosalinas. I've heard Lucarios are slowly trickling into Toys R Us stores, so he's worth checking back for. Thanks for checking out my new Amiibo with me. I hope that you managed to get your own, and if not, hopefully this gets you off the fence if you're trying to decide whether to import one. Thanks for watching.